I just don't know how more insane this can be. This can be. I don't know if y'all heard this, but ICE agents reportedly ate at a restaurant, then detained the workers at said restaurant. But it gets a little bit worse. It was at a Mexican restaurant. It was at a Mexican restaurant. We know that they are known for targeting restaurants, grocery marts, small markets, all these little things, gas, like they just roll up in there, right? But nonetheless, this might take the cake for ICE agents themselves, because how you gonna just go eat and then after you take your lunch break, go and arrest the same people that help prepare your food? I don't know what is more diabolical than that. But guys, it begs the difference. Are ICE agents even allowed in Mexican restaurants to eat? I think they just have to give up Mexican food for the rest of their life, for the rest of their careers. Let's go ahead and just jump into this crazy hot topic.
A group of ICE agents reportedly sat down to eat at a Mexican restaurant in Minnesota and then later went back and detained the same staff that had served them.
Crazy.
According to the Minnesota Star Tribune, 4 agents sat down at El Tapatio in Wilmar just after 3 p.m. on Wednesday, alarming the staff and its customers. Later that evening, witnesses told the outlet the agents were following workers' cars and carried out an arrest just after 8:30 p.m. after the restaurant's closing. 3 workers from the establishment were reportedly detained, but it is not clear if they were the owners or what their immigration status was.
You know, it's crazy. What this seems to me was, were they actually scoping this place out, which they probably were, under the guise of them grabbing tacos, bro? Worst Taco Tuesday I've ever heard.
DHS did not respond to the Star Tribune's questions on who was arrested and why.
Of course they won't.
Take off your mask!
Fat
From a judge!
out of here, you fat little coward.
From a judge! Un-American pieces of
Nazi piece
ICE agents ate at a small-town Mexican restaurant in Minnesota today, and then after finishing their meal, they detained 3 workers.
You know, judging from that previous clip, do you think they were retaliating because they were kicked out of the restaurant? Because they went around. You get what I'm saying? Like, did you think they were retaliating from said restaurant because the way they were treated in the restaurant? That's just me watching the clip. I don't know. I'm not just saying. I'm probing you guys as my viewers. They're getting kicked out. They got antagonized. They got called all these names. I'm pretty sure they're used to it. But do you feel like they felt like, show your ass? I'm gonna show that ass. Come back and I'm gonna make sure that I see what's up with these workers
From that same restaurant. An eyewitness who didn't want to give their name because they're afraid of retaliation told the Minnesota Star Tribune that 4 ICE agents sat in a booth for a meal at El Tapatio a little before 3 p.m. Staff at the restaurant were frightened. The arrest then happened at 8:30 p.m. that night near a Lutheran church and Wilmar Middle School as agents followed the workers from the restaurant. So they literally staked out these guys after eating their food. People blew whistles, and someone said, "Would your mama be proud of you right now?" This is in Wilmar, the county seat of Kandiyohi County in western Minnesota, and is one of the most diverse.
That is crazy. That is crazy. ICE and casually enjoying lunch at a Mexican restaurant. Look, this is the thing. These guys still want Mexican. I still want my tacos, ICE agent say. ICE agent says, bring me out the street tacos. I want my birria. They want their fritas. They want their chalupas. Damn, man, that is crazy, bro. So the question still remains, do you feel like they still should be going in restaurants, even if they're off, knowing this is the case? Like, they got this serious job. Are they allowed to eat in these restaurants?
I know they've been hearing us talk about it.
No, literally.
I just want to let y'all know, they're all super weird for like eating at a Mexican restaurant when y'all are literally deporting people. Like, fuck y'all. Seriously, fuck y'all. Ashton, love you.
I mean, that's valid though. She had a point. Like, she was mad. Like, y'all, they were being weird, right? Is that weird? You're gonna go deport all these the main cultural people. The people that has this culture base, this food base. Boom, you're sitting there eating it, and then all this happens right after. You don't feel weird, like agents. Like, do y'all not feel weird that you got to do that? If anything, just take it to go and eat it, bro. Go and sit in. Go on and enjoy the chips and salsa, my guy. You out of here, bro.
The co-owner of the restaurant shared this security camera video with Fox 9. So this is from Tuesday night, showing that man, now identified as Kevin by the owner of the restaurant, stepping outside Pancho's Taqueria and Mexican Cafe to go to a storage container. And then you see right there on the camera, there were ICE agents. They grabbed him, they dragged him out of the storage unit there, and they took him into custody as he was screaming loudly for help.
Coworkers say the man is in the U.S. legally with a work permit and is married and has small children. They also say they attempted to bring his glasses to him while in ICE custody, but they were turned away. Coworkers say within 12 hours of that video being taken, he was moved to an ICE facility in El Paso, Texas.
And tonight, outrage.
Wow, bro. These guys, you're gonna have. So what's gonna happen is, dude, these videos are gonna go viral. They're gonna people at these local Mexican restaurants are gonna get afraid, and it's crazy because they probably still have to work for those that are doing it, and you're gonna have your experience at these restaurants won't be the same. They won't. I'm pretty sure some of these small tangerias and cocinas, if I'm saying it right, the kitchens, are gonna probably think about closing down or taking a little pause. What else do you do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a fact. This man was just going to a storage unit and got slammed down. So I couldn't imagine how the rest of the workers are probably on guard. You get what I'm saying about what's going on?
Growing over a series of new arrests. Tonight, multiple witnesses telling ABC News that federal agents ate lunch at a Mexican restaurant outside Minneapolis, then followed the staff after closing time. Video reportedly showing officers then arresting 3 of the workers from that restaurant where the officers were eating earlier in the day.
ICE has done a lot of fucked up things, but what they did yesterday at a Mexican restaurant in Minneapolis might take the cake. This is the story from the Minneapolis Star-Tribune and reporter Reed Forgrave.
See what they say about it.
This is the headline here. ICE agents eat at a small-town Mexican restaurant, then arrest the workers. You can pause to read this full thing. I recommend you read the full story. But this is what happened. Federal agents detained 3 workers from a family-owned Mexican restaurant in Wilmar, which is in Minnesota, hours after 4 agents ate lunch there. An eyewitness told the Star-Tribune that 4 ICE agents sat in a booth for a meal at El Tapatio a little before 3 p.m. Staff were frightened, and they shared pictures as well as videos of the arrest when it happened. The arrest happened hours later at 8:30 p.m. as agents followed the workers after they closed up for the night. This is just beyond despicable. I don't think there are words in the human vocabulary to describe this level of depravity. But eating at this restaurant, where these people poured their heart and souls into feeding you, into nourishing you, and then you go and arrest them 4 hours later and deport them from this country.
Well, I mean, what's crazy is they could have possibly took your ass out while you were in the restaurant. You get what I'm saying? Put anything in your food. But they chose not to. Y'all, ICE agents, y'all put yourself at risk. Why go eat somewhere where an establishment could possibly take you out? I'm just saying, I hope that's not the case, but I mean, you got to think what's going on. In their mind, is one less agent for the good. It's literally civil war almost between the ICE agents and everybody else. Because nonetheless, man, I'm getting stories, and maybe we'll do a video on it, of just ICE agents pulling over. I know they're heavy on, the Latino community, but they've been detaining almost any colored person. Like, it's crazy. Yeah, different reports. Blacks, Asians. It's insane. I know it's such a hot topic, but this one right here has to take the cake on a lot of down badass shit, dude. Like, I'm just saying, it's weird. I wouldn't say it's down. It's weird to me. Why would you, at this profession, knowing what you're doing, go sit down and have a casual lunch break and think it was gonna be okay? But then again, the world is weird, guys. We live in a weird time. I appreciate your time on this video. Definitely leave your comments. I need you on this one. Hit the like button. I'll see you on the next one.